David Dobrik promotes a gambling scam, huge protests in India that no one is talking about, Valkyrae and Logan Paul's ridiculous controversy, and FKA Twigs seeks justice. Hi friends, Madison here, back with another video exposing scammers. I post every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and if you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated on every video, and give this video a like if you like it. And welp, let's get into the latest. First off, let's talk about David Dobrik's 100K puzzle, aka allegedly a gambling scheme? Is it? I don't know, let's get into it. On December 10th, David Dobrik announced his new venture, the 100K puzzle on TikTok.
One of the most common comments I see is you guys asking me for money. So I finally figured out a way to get all of you guys money.
The way that he phrases that whole thing is kind of weird. Is that just me? He's like, well, I found a way to give you guys some money. You just have to purchase something from me. And somehow that's me giving back to you. Excuse me? Make it make sense. That doesn't quite add up here.
I sound like a scam, but this isn't a scam.
So I've covered on my channel so many scammers. And whenever they promote and sell their thing, it's always like, this sounds like a scam, but it isn't.
This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, like they say, if things sound too good to be true, they are too good to be true.
Why is it that only scammers feel the need to say, this sounds like a scam, but it's not?
I made this puzzle. It's called the $100,000 puzzle by David Dobrik. That's me. So this is how it works. You get the puzzle, you start building it. It takes a while. How long? Like it takes a long time. You don't even have a cheat sheet to do it. And then when you're done, you take your camera on your phone just like that, and then you scan it because it's a QR code. And look, now it'll load your prize.
Even the way that it loads is like a slot machine. Is that just me? Like the way it's loading is literally like a slot machine.
And you're going to 100% win. Anywhere from 25 cents to $100,000. And I won 25 cents. You win and you win.
I love how even in this promotional video, he only won 25 cents, which is probably what most people will win.
I'm gonna leave this link in my bio. Go get one for yourself. Go get one for a friend for Christmas, whatever. And do me a favor, record your reaction because you're gonna win anywhere from 25 cents to $100,000. So yeah, all right, good luck. I'll see you soon.
I have so much to say on this. So first off, David Dobrik says that you always win, whether it's 25 cents or $100,000, the ultimate prize. You always win something. Basically saying, why not do it? You're gonna win something, which is so silly because obviously most people will not make back the money that they spent on the puzzle. David Dobrik is phrasing this whole thing as if it's a gift to someone, a gift back to his audience, when in reality, he is the only one winning. He is the one that is going to profit off of all of this. Also, it is legitimately gambling. I've seen people talk about this as if it's a sweepstakes or giveaway. A giveaway is so different from this. It's not everyone's going to win. You're going to win something. Purchase this item and you'll randomly win some sort of amount. Like, that's gambling. That's not a sweepstakes. That is gambling, which preys off of that dopamine effect of like, am I going to win something big? It can produce this addictive quality, which is really dangerous. And the biggest part of this is, I don't personally know David Dobrik's audience, but if he has a child demographic in his audience, he is literally promoting gambling to children. All sales are considered final on the puzzle. The cost of purchasing the puzzle is $30. The worst part is close to 96% of the prizes are under 50 cents. So he's saying everyone wins, you can all win, purchase this thing and you'll win money. But in reality, 96% of people will make under 50 cents off of their prize, meaning they spend $30 and get 50 cents back, meaning all of the rest of that profit goes into David Dobrik's pocket. And here are all the prizes broken down. Now, David Dobrik markets this as a chance to win $100,000, but only one person will win the first place prize of $100,000. The odds of winning, which once again, why are people saying that this is just a sweepstakes or giveaway when on the website they literally say odds of winning? Guys, come on. But anyways, to win first place, the odds of winning are 1 in 100,151. Then there's 50 second place prizes, which are $1,000, which the odds of winning are 50 in 100,000, which is still not great. It's not. There's 50 third place prizes of $500, odds of winning also 50 in 100,000. 50 fifth place prizes, that's felt like a tongue twister. 1,007 place prizes of $10, odds of winning 1,000 in 100,000. That's still legit 1%, right? My math is correct. That is still legit less than 1%. The way that they broke it down is 1,000 in 100,000 or 50 in 100,000 to make it seem like a plausible thing. But when you put that into percentages, that means that to win $10 off of this, aka lose $20 on your purchase, not including shipping costs, that is 1% chance. 1% chance to win $10 back on a $30 puzzle. Virtually 95% will only get 25 cents back, and only like 1.5% of people will get 50 cents back. Breaking down the numbers makes this legit disgusting, and the way that they tried to hide those percentages by making them into thousands. It's frustrating that because it's David Dobrik who's the face of this, and he's like the king of YouTube and stuff, a lot of people are afraid to call it out for what it is. It's a scam. The total of all prizes that are awarded is $251,125. Then, on the same day of the announcement of this puzzle, David Dobrik tweeted out, "We just sold 17,000 puzzles in the first hour. Ha ha ha, what? Oh my goodness, thank you guys, this is absolutely insane." So if you count up 17,000 times 30, that is $510,000. In 1 hour, total profit off of this was $510,000. Of course, that excludes prize money given out and cost of doing business, but you know, someone says, I have a gut feeling that they're all going to be 25 cents and only one will have more than that, huh? Yeah, considering what, 95% of people get 25 cents? Yeah. So someone else comments what I just added up, already 500,000 plus in sales. Lucky winner gets 100K plus all the other side prizes. You, sir, are a marketing mastermind. And someone says, this is not marketing mastermind. This is low-hanging fruit. Impressionable audience plus lottery giveaway equals money. The marketing mastery was building the audience. Someone else said, homie just made 500K in an hour. Someone else said, homie just made double back within an hour, showing what they said on the website, which is total ARV of all prizes to be awarded is $251,125. And in the first hour, he made in total profit $510,000. Already way more than the giveaway amount. I don't know. To me, I'm like majorly side-eyeing this whole thing, but I'm not the only person in the world. What do you think about this whole thing? Do you think it's a scam or a gambling scheme? Or do you think it's a marketing mastermind, smart business move? Or both? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am actually interested to hear more people's opinions on this. Next, let's talk about the largest worker strike that has ever happened in the world that literally no one is talking about. No one is talking about this to the extent that it happened on November 26th, and I just found out that this happened today. On November 26th, over 250 million workers, farmers, and their allies in India participated in a nationwide strike, which led to the largest organized strike in human history. Even weeks after the strike, farmers continued to occupy the capital city. In 2020, mainly due to 2020 and all the events that have occurred within this year, India went into a recession, with the country's GDP declining by 23.9% and unemployment soaring to 27%. On top of this, right-wing government in India implemented new amendments to labor codes and introduced farm bills that have reversed major historical progress in workers' rights and farm protections. A protester commented to peoplesworld.org, We are barely able to survive, ground down between price rises on one hand and low wages on the other. Now they have changed labor law so that employers are sitting on our chests. Referring to the new labor codes that have relaxed rules for firing workers, introduced more fixed-term contract employment options for bosses, and made trade union activity difficult. Once again, unions are so important. Overall, there have been a lot of protests this year, whether the workers' strike in India, the huge strike in France over the potential law that citizens aren't allowed to film police officers, and the protests that have been happening in America. I really hope that these protests occurring around the world will be able to effectively enact change. But either way, I think that a lot of the protests this year have demonstrated the unity between people and that coming together for a greater good is possible. So it's important to keep that in mind. Next, let's talk about a much lighter situation, but one that still concerns me, and that's the Valkyrae and Logan Paul situation. Last week, someone who works closely with Logan Paul, I believe his name is Mike, he's on the Logan Paul podcast, all of that, asked streamer Valkyrae's boss if Valkyrae was single, and said that Logan Paul keeps asking about Valkyrae.
So Logan is like recently single too, and he keeps like asking me about Valkyrae. I just like...
Wait, him and his girl broke up?
Yeah.
I thought they were like in love.
Nah, they split.
I'm sorry to hear it. Breakups are tough.
Maybe I was thinking, is she single?
From everything I remember and understand, Valkyrae is single.
Someone tweeted out the clip of Mike asking Valkyrae's boss that question, to which Valkyrae responded, no, nope, no, nope, no. The tweet's up on the screen, about the possibility of her and Logan dating. For some reason, over this response, Twitter just exploded, with people either being mad that Valkyrae said no to dating Logan Paul, or mad at the possibility that Logan Paul and Valkyrae would date. And people continued to speculate about Valkyrae's dating life. In fact, the noise around this response got so out of hand that Valkyrae felt the need to apologize for shutting down Logan Paul. She says, "Logan's friend asks my boss about my relationship status publicly, forcing me to respond, or people speculate and spread rumors. People disliked the way I responded, but I felt disrespected and forced to make things clear. I'm sorry for responding immaturely. I don't have anything against Logan." Mike responded by saying, "Ray, you don't have to apologize to anyone. Haha. This was all supposed to be a joke, and it sucks that the creator of the year has to respond to our BS. Matt is a good friend, and he knew I was messing around. I'm not new here. If I was serious, that would never be done on camera." Well, if you're not new here, you would also know how people react, especially to the topic of female streamers dating. So honestly, why would you do that in the first place? You really put this person in an uncomfortable situation, and that's not cool, in my opinion. In November, Valkyrae was the top female streamer and nominated as the top content creator of the year at the Game Awards. And somehow this ends up being what people are focusing on. And I think this leads to a larger topic in discussion of this obsession with whether or not female streamers are dating and who they're dating and all of those details of their very personal life. It's all a little disturbing to me, honestly. First off, the fact that Valkyrae was put in this uncomfortable situation in the first place. And second off, because she received backlash for saying no to somebody. Why can't we just be excited about female streamers and their abilities without speculating on who they're dating and all of that? Stop it. Please, get help. And shifting focus into a much more serious and intense topic as our last topic of today, let's talk about FKA Twigs and her ex SHia Labeouf. On December 11th of 2020, news came out that FKA Twigs is suing her ex SHia Labeouf. In the lawsuit, FKA Twigs accuses the actor of battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress. The thing is, all of this isn't just baseless accusations. SHia himself basically confirmed some of the details of this lawsuit. SHia Labeouf told The Times he accepted he had been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I'm not in any position to tell anyone how my behavior made them feel, he said in an email to the newspaper broadly addressing his conduct towards FKA Twigs and a second former girlfriend who also accused him of abusive behavior. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and am sorry to those I hurt. There's nothing else I can really say. In another email, The Times says he wrote that many of the allegations are not true, but that he owed the woman the opportunity to air their statements publicly and accept accountability for those things that I have done. He said he was a sober member of the 12-step program and committed to doing what I need to recover. However, FKA Twigs lawyer Brian Friedman disputed this, saying his client, who filed the lawsuit under her non-stage name, tried to resolve this matter privately on the condition that Mr. Labeouf agreed to receive meaningful and consistent psychological treatment. Since he was unwilling to agree to get appropriate help, Ms. Barnett, FKA Twigs, filed the suit to prevent others from unknowingly suffering similar abuse by him. The newspaper quotes distressing testimony in which she describes how Labeouf lavished her with over-the-top displays of affection in the early days of their relationship, but quickly became possessive, jealous, critical, and violent. Living with him became frightening and isolating, she said. The full article in the New York Times also goes into specific incidents and what happened, and all of it is really heartbreaking and sad. Especially, I love FKA Twigs as an artist. I think she's amazing and incredible and so talented in so many things, and to hear that this happened to her just like breaks my heart. I hope that SHia Labeouf will continue to do the right thing and own up to his abuse. It won't make up for all the damage that he's caused, but at least it will hopefully end the stigma of people being able to come forward with their abuse stories and not be constantly doubted or called liars for doing so. When I was younger, before I dated Riley, who is my now husband, I did go through an abusive relationship. I lost my sense of self for a while and was constantly yo-yoing back and forth between justifying this person's actions and fearing for my life and safety. It all finally ended when I begged this person to go to therapy and to seek help, but they chose not to. And that's when I realized that their past traumas and current mental health issues are not my problem to fix, and they're not something that I have to endure. If you are going through an abusive relationship, you are not alone. I remember a long time ago when I was going through this, a modeling agent sitting me down and telling me that she had gone through a similar thing, and she told me that you will find someone who makes you feel happy all the time and who treats you well and with respect, but it will not be this person, and you have to let go of the idea of that. And she was 100% correct. So if you are going through something similar, I feel for you. You can get through this. You can find someone amazing. And therapy is always helpful to realize all of the emotional trauma and abuse that a bad relationship can cause. Lastly, I want to give an update on my previous story on the mysterious illness in India. I thought I might as well do this when I talk about stories and there's an important update in the case. So in my last video on the latest series, I talked about a mysterious illness in India that had caused 300 people to get sick and go to the hospital. Since then, the number has gone up to over 600 people. The illness itself is not a viral illness, it seems, and experts believe that the illness has something to do with food or water poisoning. But so far, there doesn't seem to be a definitive answer to the cause of this illness. And that's it for today's video. Shout out to my Patreon members up on the screen. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you want to join the Patreon, the link is in the description down below. We have an amazing and super fun Discord with awesome people in there. My merch is also right below this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.